almost 3 to 10% of any given population is actually gifted, is superior and high ability. So we felt that India is losing out on all this talent and all these children with high ability, and we have to take care of them in schools. Whereas India, the government also recognized disability, but there was nobody who was actually looking after the children with high ability. So we took it upon ourselves that Kannada Sangha decided that let us work for these children with high ability, because India as a nation is emerging as a very powerful nation. But if we do not take care of our children with high ability, then we are at a loss. So we decided that let us do this not only for our schools, but for the entire nation per se.
There are some children who are gifted in many domains like sports, science, art, music, performing arts, all these areas. So if we could nurture them, we'll be adding to the workforce, which is of great value to our community and the society and eventually the country. If the aim of education is to reach out to the last child, I think gifted child being a part of that educational system, we have to reach out to those children.
In India, we neglect giftedness a lot, mainly because we feel the children are so smart that we feel that they can do whatever is given in the school or at home. But we as psychologists, we feel that these children also need a lot of attention. And this voice has to be raised, and that is the reason why Kaveri Gifted Education Center has been initiated by Mrs. Malti Kalmadi and the Kannada Sangha.
So this Kaveri Gifted Center, which we have started, is basically, we are trying to create a model for an inclusive gifted program in schools that is actually scientific and practical.
So we are a team of psychologists who are working and who are trained from Iowa University in gifted education. Our staff are trained in gifted education, and we ensure that either it is counseling or teacher training, these are the people who are doing the work for them. So the uniqueness of KGC is that though we work with the children, we are also looking at how the child needs to be addressed in a classroom by the teacher. So teacher training was initiated. So we have more than 250 teachers from all our schools, and a few new schools have come to get trained in basic gifted education.
Common fear whenever any particular school or an organization want to begin a program for the gifted children, teachers always fear, do I have to design a new curriculum altogether? My answer is no, certainly not. You can train the teachers to create those special tools to bring out the best of these children.
Now, if I were to compare, or rather, comment about the differences what the workshop has made, yes, it has truly been a very enriching one, wherein now we put a deep insight into what it means about giftedness and what it actually means about identifying giftedness in the class. Earlier, it was just those hushed up conversations and discussions what we used to have with, amongst ourselves as teachers. But now we've got the confidence wherein you can clearly demarcate between the, the higher levels of intelligence and giftedness.
We began this gifted program in our college since 2014. In the inception year, we were just very few teachers who were trained in this program, and we had students which had been identified. The identification test was done by the KGC Center. So in this mentoring session, it is not only the things that we discuss, they might be problems or sometimes just curiosity. These children come and share with us.
The next step was to see how parents can support these gifted children. So we have started the parent support group. Those children who get screened in 5th grade and are in our nurturing program in 6th, 7th and 8th grade, these parents are our support group. So when the children are going through the nurturing program, we also see that the parents get the support, not just to understand how their child is in the school system, but also how they should address the children at home.
Kaveri Gifted program the counselors were there to help us, like in a particular situation, his emotions, his tantrums, or his anger management, or his anxieties, his insecurities, and how we should not as a parent force on him to become a social person or to have friends. That was the biggest challenge for us, because we as regular parents were expecting our kid to have different friends, he should go play downstairs. But that one thing, that acceptance as a parent basically is what we learnt and what we have started understanding and accepting through this program. It really helped us. The Kaveri Gifted program helped us to get different mentors for Ishan, which is his need, as he has a lot of love for physics and science. So he has a very specific need in terms of finding out mentors, reaching out to different people, guiding him how he can achieve what he is aiming for. So that's how our journey started.
From an academics perspective, I realized that probably there are certain areas which she is good at and she needs to thrive, and I should not be looking at, maybe an all-rounded sort of a score or an all-rounded academic score. I mean, in general she is fair, but there are certain areas which she is good at, so I need to kind of really ensure that I balance it out. So as a parent, sometimes I get paranoid, why is she not kind of focusing on certain subjects, but now I've realized that I need to kind of balance it out. The mentors and the different kind of workshops and programs that happen definitely provide the right kind of nutrition, if I may say, to kind of nurture Sanvi. So yes, I've seen that happening with her.
So our model for the Gifted program is integrated in the school system. It begins at standard 5 level, where we screen students to identify children with high ability. After identification, we meet the parents, where we share about the Gifted program.
Secondly, if you know in the classroom, they know much more than the rest of the children. Either they're distracting the other children, or they just shut down and they're dreaming, or they're reading something very silently, which the teacher does not encourage.
So I met Rohan when he was in grade 6, and he was this very, very curious, energetic child. He hated sitting in class for long hours, and when we spoke to the teachers, they said really he's gifted, he's not academically achieving much. Through the sessions that we did with him and we met the parents, we realized that Rohan was actually bored in the classroom. He was curious, he wanted to explore, but those opportunities were not available in the classroom setup. So we started this concept of Gifted Katta, where the children were able to, during school hours, come to the Katta. So the Katta is a place where children come together, we have small group discussions. There are activities of a higher challenge level that they can engage in. Facilitators are available to talk to them. We even have a library of books which may be of a higher level, but that interests these kids. Over the months, we saw Rohan coming to the Katta regularly and enjoying his time reading or playing a board game or talking to us. And in fact, from the teachers, we also got a feedback that while he was in class, he was more focused, and when he realized his patience ran out, he chose to come to the Katta. So that's how the concept of Gifted Katta is very helpful to have in a school environment for these kids. Our nurturing program is based on the Panchakosha model, and for each kosha we design specific activities that relate to the needs and challenges faced by gifted children. So the Gifted program has 3 levels. The first level focuses on helping the child really discover his or her abilities. So the first level, the first year of nurturing program, we encourage children to really discover their strengths and also certain challenges that they have.
Kanai is 11 years old and she has the most melodious voice. During performances, she would get extremely conscious and stressed. We helped Kanai differentiate between her passion and joy for singing and performing for competitions.
For gifted children, this becomes a challenge where expectations of others around them and sometimes even their own expectation hinders the process of talent development.
Kanai is now able to focus on the journey and the process of learning music and not only on the competitive aspect.
The second level is about developing abilities. This education takes care of academic content and most of it is focused on knowledge building. The nurturing program that we offer focuses on building thinking skills. So the kids learn creative thinking, critical thinking. They are exposed to different situations where they get a chance to apply this.
The activities like when we designed our own stuff like a dream bed or a dream chair or the modifications that we could do in the already existing designs, those designing stuff, and then when we did interviews with normal people asking them about their daily life and then trying to solve the problems, that was really good.
Third level of our nurturing program is about empowering students. Empower them with the ability to use the gift not only for their own development but also to benefit others and the society.
But then he's asking, how do you prove that the strawberry is red?
No, I am saying that how can you prove it that whatever he is saying that is same as what I am saying?
Underprivileged Gifted program was initiated in 2015 because we believe that gifted children are everywhere and children from underprivileged backgrounds also need the same kind of support. We have three main objectives of the Underprivileged Gifted program. The first is to help these children build a positive self-image. The second objective is to help them develop critical and creative thinking skills. And the third objective is to encourage children to use their potential to contribute back to their communities, their school and their society.
So after 5 years of rigorous work in each domain, we are confident that we have a model that can be replicated from pre-primary, primary to junior college level, either be it identification, nurturing or doing advanced level learning experiences in classroom by teachers can be definitely replicated. We would encourage schools from different parts of the states and country who can definitely approach us, and we will be able to share our experiences and our model so that they can do with maybe minimal flexibility and modifications which will be suitable for each of the schools.
I thank the present donors. They are ZF Steering and Praj, and we have had quite a few individual donors for this program. I thank them a lot, and I look for more donors for this program so that we are able to sustain this program and reach every corner of India. So my earnest request to the industrial houses of India to help us sustain our efforts into taking this program ahead.